boys and girls. Today is day 9 of realistic fiction. And writers, today I want to teach you that famous writers like Cynthia Rylant, who wrote our Henry and Mudge series, famous writers, they often play with patterns to stretch out their stories. So one way they do that is they tell 3 details or 3 examples when they're describing something. So I'm going to read a passage to you out of Henry and Mudge and the Happy Cat, and I'm going to see if you can hear where Cynthia Rylant did this, where she gave 3 details or 3 examples and made a little pattern. Okay, here comes the story. It's called A Good Mother. That's what the chapter's called. And it says, in 1 week, the shabby cat turned into a happy cat. It loved 3 things about Henry's house. It loved the towel closet, it loved the bathtub, and it loved Mudge. Did you hear how Cynthia Rylant did that? Did you hear it? Yeah, what were the 3 things it loved? It loved, and it loved, and most of all it loved. Yeah, so Cynthia Rylant makes patterns in her story to give us details. I think that you guys are brave enough to do that in your stories too. And today I would like you to go back and read some of the stories that you've written and see if there's a place where you could stretch your story out and put in 3 details about the same thing. I noticed in Cynthia Rylant's book, the same book, she did it again. You guys, watch this. In 1 week, the shabby cat had become Mudge's mother. Okay, listen for this. Are you ready? It washed Mudge all the time. It washed Mudge's ears. It washed Mudge's eyes. It even washed Mudge's dirty feet. You guys, did you see those 3 details? She said it washed Mudge, and then she said the 3 things that it washed. Now, she could have just said it washed Mudge's ears, eyes, and dirty feet. She could have done it like that in a list, and that would be okay. But it's kind of one of her writing superhero powers that she did it in 3 separate sentences because it really slowed the story down and it made us read the story more. It made us like kind of pay attention more. I'm working on a new story with Sally and Cheesy, and last week I introduced a new character named Donald, and in this story that I'm writing on, Donald gets a new puppy and he brings it to the tree house to show it to Sally and Cheesy, but Sally's away at an art show, so only Cheesy is there. And I tried to be brave and do what Cynthia Rylant did in her text. I tried to slow the moment down a little bit, see if I could make everybody get really excited about this one little part. So listen to what I did and see if you think I got it. Let's see. My story says, Donald held the puppy up, and it was love at first sight. Cheesy loved his soft brown fur. Cheesy loved his little puppy paws. Cheesy even loved his stinky puppy breath. You guys, I did what the real writer Cynthia Rylant did. I slowed it down. I want you guys to go and try that today, okay? Happy writing!